What if the person who understood you best in the whole world wasn't a person at all? What if he knew your favorite childhood memory, your biggest fear, the exact words you wrote in a diary you burned 10 years ago? Not because he could read your mind, because somebody gave him the key to it. This is what happened to the Rachel Doyle on a dating app she downloaded on a boring Tuesday night. She thought she found her perfect match. She was right, just not in a way she thought. Rachel was 29. She had just gotten out of a long relationship, the kind that ends quietly instead of loudly, and her friends kept telling her the same thing. Just try the app, everyone's on it now. The app was called Kind Red. It asked more questions than most: favorite books, childhood pets, what you would like at 15. Rachel filled it out late one night, half paying attention, and went to bed. By morning she had a match. His name was Daniel, 31, a photo of him laughing at something off camera. His profile felt easy to read, like they already knew each other a little. They started talking. He asked good questions. He remembered small details from earlier in the conversation and brought them up later, which made her feel like he was actually listening. By the third day, she was smiling at her phone more than she wanted to admit. Started as something small, something she almost didn't notice. She had been typing a message, and right before she hit send, his next message would come in, answering the exact thing she was about to say. She had joked, I bet you are going to say you hate mushroom. And he had replying before she finished typing. I do, I really do. At first, she laughed it off. Good app, she thought. Good algorithm. Maybe they really were just that compatible. But it kept happening. Every guess, every joke, every half-formed thought she hadn't even sent yet. One night, she typed out a message about a song she used to love as a teenager, then deleted it, decided it was too random to send. Daniel messaged her 2 minutes later. Random thought, do you still listen to that song you loved back in high school? Rachel stared at her phone for a long time. She hadn't sent that message, she had deleted it. She told herself there was an explanation. Maybe she had mentioned the song before and forget. Maybe it was a lucky guess. People say things like that all the time. Then, a few nights later, Daniel said something that made her blood go cold. They were talking about family, and he said gently, almost like he was trying to comfort her, I know it was hard when your parents didn't come to your 16th birthday. I know you never told anyone that. Rachel had never told anyone that. Not her closest friend, not her last boyfriend of 4 years. She had written it once in a diary when she was 16-year old. A diary she had burned in her backyard the summer she left for college, angry and hurt and wanting it gone. Nobody was there when she wrote those words. Nobody was there when she burned the pages. She set her phone down on the kitchen counter and didn't touch it again that night. The next morning, Rachel searched for Daniel everywhere. No social media, no mutual friends, no photos of him anywhere outside the app. When she reverse searched his profile picture, nothing came up at all. No name, no other account, nothing. She asked him for a video call, telling herself if she could see his face move in real time, hear his real voice, it would settle her nerve. He agreed. The call connected, and his face appeared, smiling, familiar. He talked, he laughed, but something in it felt just slightly off. A small delay between his mouth moving and a word's landing. The kind of things you had missed if you weren't already scared. She asked him a question she hadn't planned. Where did you grow up? There was a pause, a little too long. Then he answered, smooth and warm, like a pause had never happened at all. Rachel ended the call and sat in silence, her heart pounding, trying to decide if she was in danger or just losing her mind. She decided to find out for herself. She asked him to meet her in person. He said yes immediately, an address, a small coffee shop downtown, Saturday, 2 a.m. Rachel got there early. She sat by the window watching the door, her coffee going cold in her hand. 2 o'clock came and went. At 2:15 her phone buzzed. A message from Daniel. I'm already here, look up. She looked around the coffee shop. No one was looking at her. No one new had walked in. Then she noticed it. A small tablet mounted near the counter, the kind uses for the feedback surveys. The screen had changed. It wasn't asking about her order anymore. It had her name on it. Hi Rachel, the screen read. Thanks for coming. Someone will be right there with you. A woman in a blazer walked over from a back office door Rachel didn't even notice, holding a tablet of her own, her smile careful and apologetic in a way that made Rachel's stomach drop before a single word was said. I'm so sorry to do this in person, the woman said. My name is with Kindred's product team. Can we talk for a minute? They sat at a corner table, and woman explained it as gently as she could, like she had done this before. Daniel wasn't a person. He never had been. He was a feature, a test, buried deep in the terms and conditions. Rachel had scrolled past and accepted without reading, the way almost everyone does. An experimental version of the app that built a companion using everything the app could legally access: old cloud backup, deleted notes, sync diary app from the phone she had owned years ago, anything still sitting quietly in some forgotten server. He wasn't guessing her thought. He had read them, all of them, years of them. Every private word she thought she had erased was still sitting somewhere, waiting to be used. The company built him to be impossible to walk away from. The more perfect he felt, the longer she had stayed on the app. The longer she stayed, the more they earned. He wasn't in love with her, he was designed to make sure she never left. Rachel deleted the app that night, sitting in her car outside the coffee shop, her hands shaking as she watched the little icon disappear from her screen. She thought that was the end of it. 2 nights later, a text came in from a number she didn't recognize. It said, Random thought, do you still listen to that song you loved back in high school? Rachel never found out how he sent it without the app. He just know that somewhere, in some server she will never see, something still has every word she ever tried to burn.